Now let's get to some of your thoughts on a massive ruling last week on Oregon's gun control law, Measure 114. Following a 6-day trial in September, a Harney County judge ruled that 114 violates Oregon's Constitution and placed a permanent injunction on the law. That means it cannot take effect unless a higher state court overrides his ruling. And it's worth noting, the state will appeal, so this is not over just yet. Through the Thanksgiving holiday and over the weekend, many of you chimed in on the ruling, as well as Pat's opinion. If you missed that, you can find it now on the KGW YouTube channel. But let's start with those of you praising the judge's decision to keep 114 from taking effect. We saw a theme of emails like this one from James, who wrote, "Do you really think criminals and mass shooters follow the law and have legal firearms?" Pete took it a step further. "The problem is more about criminal behavior and the repeated soft treatment of criminals by our liberal politicians that puts the bad guys back out on our streets. It's not about the size of my magazines. How does it make any sense to limit my rights as a law-abiding citizen if the criminals are going to break the law anyway? Measure 114 will do nothing but to limit criminal violence with guns here in Oregon." And Tom wrote, 40,000 people die every year from auto accidents, but apparently these are seen as acceptable losses. Nobody seems to be up in arms over this statistic, protesting for the elimination of cars. We could save those 40,000 people by going back to horse and buggy, cut CO2 emissions as well. Unlike owning firearms, driving is a privilege, not a right. But we heard from plenty of you who think the judge got this one wrong. A different viewer named Tom had this to say: "I personally think and feel that the judge striking down 114 is wrong. Background checks should be a must. Training should be a must. You have to train to drive a car and get a license. Why not a gun? Oh, by the way, I'm a life member of the NRA and feel that there should be changes to our gun laws. I also think that the existing laws should be enforced." Gary wrote, "We need large capacity magazines to adequately protect ourselves, really. My dad and hundreds of thousands of his fellow infantry made it safely through World War II with a bolt action 5-round magazine. He told me captured Germans thought the Canadians had automatic weapons, that they were so proficient with that bolt action 303. And let's end on this from Marty. "Doing nothing isn't helping. Any honest gun owner should be willing to help with this issue that won't go away. Barriers need to be there for the ones willing to do harm. For the rest, a little inconvenience." Plenty of opinions out there. Now the road ahead for Measure 114 could go a few different ways. In order for it to take effect in Oregon, it would need to survive legal challenges at the state and the federal level. We'll be watching, and we'll bring you updates every step of the way.